When I think about the things that I've been able to do in my life, and I think about the things that I haven't been able to do in my life, I see that there's a common denominator in the things that I was unable to do in my life. Some may think that I'm going to say it was not in the will of God. But I think that one of the things that really held me back was my own fears. As I mentioned in several videos, and as some of you who personally know me know, when I was young, and even up until my adulthood, I had a huge fear of public speaking. And every now and then, that concern or that fear, see how I was about to try to deflect that, it will come into my heart. It'll come into my mind. Remember that time when this happened? Remember when you forgot what you were going to say in the middle of a speech? Sometimes those things will come into my mind. And when we're confronted with fear, it's important for us to know how to respond to that fear, or else it can destroy us. It can destroy our thought process. It can destroy our confidence. It can destroy opportunities for us. How many excuses do we make for things that we really don't want to do? Like, for example, if you have a fear of heights and someone invites you to a hiking event, or if they want you to climb rocks, you may say, Saturday what? The 21st? Got a birthday party to go to. Or, hey, that's the day I'm supposed to, me and my girl were supposed to go somewhere. Or, hey, it's supposed to be kind of cold that day. I don't really do cold weather. I'm a warm weather kind of person. These excuses we like to make when we really don't want to do what we want to do. So the question still it remains, what are we doing? What is our defense against this fear that is causing for us to miss out on the things that God really wants us to do? If someone is telling you now, and you're afraid, as I was, of public speaking, I want you to talk in front of this group of 30 people. You may say, I didn't have enough time to prepare. You may come up with some sort of excuse. But the word says, and we're going to go to the word of God in Psalm 56, verses 3 through 4. I'm reading from the NIV. When I am afraid, I put my trust in you. In God, whose word I praise, what can mere mortals do to me? There's confidence in those two verses. That's the Psalm of David. David wrote this. When I am afraid, I put my trust in you. So when you're afraid, what are you putting your trust in? Are you putting the trust in the preconceived notion or the abilities that you think that you have? The notion that it's on you to be able to do this? It's on me to be able to conquer from my fear of public speaking? God, is on you. This is what you're calling me to do. You're calling me to speak in front of people when you know I have a fear of public speaking? Oh, it's on you. I'm putting my trust in you. In God, whose word I praise. Lord, I praise your word, because when you spoke your word, things were created. When you spoke your word, things moved. When you spoke your word, demons tremble. So the power of the word that I have in me, that you've given me, that I praise you for, what can mere mortals do to me? When I say, regardless of the fact that I do have a fear of public speaking, regardless of the fact that I may be afraid of heights, regardless of the fact that I may be afraid of what's to come, what can mere mortals do to me if I put my trust in you, Lord? I'm not going to fear. I'm making the conscious decision, even though this is a situation that normally makes me fearful, I'm willing to step outside of my comfort zone and say, I put my trust in you. What can I fear if I put my trust in you? If we read Psalm 56, verse 3, another way, when I'm afraid, if I don't put my trust in you, what's going to happen to me then? If I don't fear, what can't I do? If I say that all things are possible with God, what's impossible for me in that moment? If he's put me to it, he'll see me through it. If he's allowed for me to see it, I know that if I believe in him and I don't doubt, things will work out. There's a part of us that has to have that confidence, and that confidence is not in our abilities. We are putting our confidence in our God that we serve, that has brought us through so many situations. So of course we can doubt ourselves. I doubt myself all the time. Like, I know I can't do this. Lord, I know you're having me talk right now about fear, And there's things in my life that if I really think on them and I really think about my own abilities, I may become fearful. I may become, as us men like to shadow it or kind of smooth it over a little bit. I'm concerned about that. Yeah, you're scared. I'm scared because there's a part of me that's not perfect. And because it's not perfect, I don't know if it's going to work. But I'm putting my trust in someone who is perfect, in God who is perfect. And I know that if I put my trust in him and my confidence comes from him, I can't fail. The confidence doesn't come from my abilities. The confidence comes from the God we serve. And he hasn't failed us yet, so why doubt him now? Trust in him. He'll see us through it. Will you do it?